If you struggle with blending in colors and selecting colors for your project, in this video I'm going to share with you good tips and guidance to select your colors.
Uri Designs, unique expressions.
And hello everyone, welcome back to the Design Studio. I'm so glad you're here. In this video I'm going to share with you how to make this beautiful, colorful baby blanket. It is perfect for a stroller. It's a small size and it's going to be so easy for you to make. If you are a beginner crocheter, this is the perfect project for you. The only thing that you need to know how to make is chains and double crochet. The most complicated part is changing the yarn color, but I'm going to share with you how to make it, and it's gonna be very easy for you. I'm gonna share with you how to weave in the ends in a more effective way, and I'm going to share with you how to make a border that looks so pretty and uniform all around. I already made one. I'm going to make two because these are for my twins grandbabies that are expected in October, November. So let's get started. Let me share with you how to make this beautiful, colorful blanket. I got all the yarn in Hobby Lobby. If you don't have a Hobby Lobby near you, you can order this yarn online. You can find also this type of yarn in any other craft store near you. Just make sure that it's soft and easy to wash. The list of colors that I use are gonna be in the written pattern instruction that you can download for free. Make sure you get yours on sale. I got mine 30% off. Let's get started. To start this project, we're gonna create a slip knot. And for the purpose of this video tutorial, I'm creating just a small swatch to share with you how to make this beautiful pattern. We're gonna make 25 chains. The way this pattern works is that you have to start a foundation chains of a multiple of 3 plus 1. To start row 1, we're gonna skip the first 4th chain. We're gonna yarn over, we're gonna put here our first double crochet. Grabbing 2 loops, yarn over, put your yarn through the first 2 loops, yarn over and put your hook through the second loops. Make a chain and make another double crochet in the same space. This is how you create a V-stitch. Now you're gonna skip 2 chains. Be careful here to count 2 chains in between the V-stitches. You're gonna make another V-stitch here, grabbing 2 loops, making 1 double crochet, chain 1, and another double crochet in the same space. You're gonna continue making V-stitches, skipping 2 chains in between. Making 2 double crochet in the same stitch, separated by 1 chain in between. Don't forget to make the chain. That's what makes the V shape. Make sure you don't skip chains and you take in consideration the chain that you just used. So you have to be careful when you're working on the foundation chains. Just make sure that you don't skip any chains and you leave 2 chains in between the V-stitches. I'm at the end now on row 1. I made my last V-stitch. I'm going to skip 1 chain and I'm going to make 1 double crochet in the last chain. And to change color yarn, I'm going to just leave these 2 last loops in the hook. I'm going to grab now my yarn color number 2, just this way, to yarn it over my hook and pull it through. I'm going to pull the tail long enough to weave it at the end. I'm going to cut the yarn that I'm not going to be using anymore, and I'm going to grab both tails and make 2 knots to secure it. To start row number 2, we're going to make 3 chains. We're going to turn our work around and continue making V-stitches here on top of each V-stitch. It's very simple. You're going to yarn over and put your first double crochet right between the V-stitches. Make a chain and make another double crochet to create a V-stitch on top of the V-stitches. Basically what you're doing is that you are creating the V-stitches for row number 2 right on top of the V-stitches for row number 1. You're putting the V-stitches in the chain 1 space that you created when you made your V-stitches on row number 1. Right here in the chain space. We're going to continue making V-stitches until the end, and we're going to finish with 1 double crochet. I'm at the end of row 2, and we're going to finish here in this chain space with 1 double crochet. Remember not to finish the stitch. Leave those 2 loops in the hook to change color. Now I'm going to add color number 3. Cut the yarn that I'm not going to be using anymore. Grab both tails and make 2 knots to secure it. Now we're going to start with row number 3 in the same way. We're going to make 3 chains, and then we're going to turn our work around and continue making V-stitches on top of the V-stitches. Okay, so now I'm at the last part of row number 3. I'm going to make 1 double crochet here by itself, not finishing the last part of the double crochet, leaving these 2 loops in the hook to change to color number 4. I'm going to grab the new color and yarn it over here to finish the double crochet, pulling the yarn longer to have a longer tail, and grabbing the other yarn that I'm not going to be using anymore. I'm going to cut it and secure both tails with 2 knots. I'm going to continue making this pattern for all the colors, switching colors as I go. If you want to create exactly the color combination I have done in my blankets, it is all in the description box. You can access the pattern with all the information you need to recreate this beautiful and colorful blanket. You can also download a blanket size chart that will help you determine what size of blanket you would like to create. This chart is giving you the starting chains and the suggested rows according to the size of blanket you would like to make. I'm going to continue making this swatch sample to show you how to weave in the ends and make the border. Look how beautiful it is with all the colors. Let's weave in the ends. There are three things that you need to keep in mind. Leave a long tail. Don't think it's going to be a waste because it's better to have extra than little. And then the other thing is to always keep in mind to weave in the ends in the same color. In this case, the light green right here. I'm going to go and grab a couple of stitches this way, and then I switch directions, but I keep it in the same color so the tail's not gonna be noticeable. And then again, like I mentioned before, better to have a long tail so you can weave it in different directions. Okay, that's the second thing. Then you can cut it safely and move forward with the other colors and repeat the same process. And the last thing to keep in mind is to weave in the ends on the wrong side of the blanket. In this case, base it on the foundation row. Be consistent throughout. How to choose yarn colors. When choosing colors for your blankets, keep in mind one important factor. Do you want it to be very relaxing or do you want it to be bright and dynamic? In my case, I wanted it to be relaxing, so I chose colors that are soft and that they go very nicely together. But if you want something more dynamic and bold, choose colors that are opposite to each other. You can pair black and white, and that will give more contrast and more dynamic. You can pair dark charcoal and bright yellow, and that will be very, very dramatic. So it all depends. If you want to learn more how to choose colors for your blanket, I am including more information about that topic in the written instructions about this pattern for free. Let me share with you now how to make the border. For the border, we're going to make double crochet. I wanted it to be consistent and not introduce another stitch for this blanket, so it will be for beginners. So for the corner, 3 double crochet, as you can see, 1, 2, and 3. And then you create a double crochet in the chain space of the V stitch. Another double crochet between the V stitches, and then again in the chain space. Between the V stitch, chain space. Between the V stitch, and then when you go to the side, you make 1 double crochet here on the chain or the double crochet that you created for each row. You see, it's easier to see it when you're making those rows in different colors. But if you decided to do this pattern in one color, just pay attention that for each row you make a double crochet. Now let me show you how to make it in the swatch sample that I made. Using the color of your choice, you're gonna add a new yarn here and you can start making double crochet all around. I always like to make 2 knots when I'm adding a new yarn to be sure that it's going to be secure. I'm going to start with 3 chains And then I'm going to jump right into the next color with a double crochet. And continue making a double crochet for each color, in this case for each row. Just make sure that you go very loose on your stitches. This is the side of the blanket, in this case the side of my little swatch. Continue making double crochet in each row, and at the corner we're gonna make 3 double crochet. Now for this part here, it's going to be a double crochet right here between the stitches. This is the foundation row, right? So what we're gonna be doing is double crochet between the V stitches here, and then double crochet in the 2 chain spaces. So you will make a double crochet between the V stitches and double crochet in the 2 chain spaces. As you approach the corner, keep in mind to always make 3 double crochet in the corner space to help you turn around better. And then when you move to the other side, you repeat the same concept. You make a double crochet for each row. When working on the top part of the blanket, which means the last row you worked on, you're gonna work on the V stitch on the chain space, and then between the V stitches. In the V stitches, chain space, between the V stitches, chain space, between the V stitches. When ending the round, remember we started with 3 chains. So now we're going to make 2 double crochet to finish this corner. And we're going to join right here on the top of the chain, 3 chains that we made before, okay? Right here. You're gonna make a slip stitch and we're done. Make sure your stitches are loose. Don't make them too tight. I'm going to continue making the same color combination. As you can see, I already started with the pink, and I'm going to make now the switch to the darker pink and so forth. I'm going to repeat this 5 more times, total of 6. Another tip I give you: instead of getting rid of all this, you can add more. What I mean about that is you can add a fringe, cut them all even, something like this. I made this blanket for a friend of mine and I added fringes on both sides and it looks absolutely beautiful as well. So something for you to consider. And I was able to finish the blankets right before the baby shower. Look how many handmade gifts they received. So blessed. And here they are at the baby shower, my son and my daughter-in-law opening the presents. They were so grateful, so many blessings they received. It was incredible. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial and found it easy to follow. Please let me know if you have any questions or if you have any project in mind that you would like me to tackle and share with you how to make it. And remember, I'm here to inspire you to be creative in your unique ways. Until next time, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. Goodbye.